Today's Spotlight on Naperville is brought to you in part by the following sponsors. Welcome back to Spotlight on Naperville. I'm Nancy Wearsome, and we have a very fun segment right now. 360 Youth Services. Ron Hume, Executive Director, you have been on how many times? We were trying to figure it out.
15 to 18 range, somewhere in there. So
exactly, so welcome back to you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Jerry Fay is with us. He's on the Board of Directors and also the Chocolate Festival Board Liaison. Big job, so welcome to you, Jerry. And Kevin Brainer, and he is a past winner. We're going to talk about the Chocolate Festival and the Sweet Treats Baking Competition, which you won. So welcome to you, Kevin. Delighted to have you. But Ron, first of all, I want to start by saying this is the first time of all the times you've been on that I actually am working for you.
I know. It's really,
so my day job. So yes,
along,
everyone in this town wears so many hats. So anyway, I'm delighted. So I know one of the things that drew me to 360 Youth Services is the incredible mission and really three main areas. Why don't you tell us about those incredibly important three main program areas?
I would be so happy to do that, Nancy. But also, you know that I always do bring you a little gift when we talk about chocolate. So
you do, but I told you that could stop now.
So we're going to pass it over. So we'll just kind of pass it over to Nancy so she can get it because I can't get up. It's my pleasure to talk about our three program areas. I mean, 360 is such an exciting organization, and we have such a spectrum of things for folks that need our help. Starting out with substance abuse prevention, where the Power of Choice, kind of the hinge pin in all the Power of Choice programs that serve young people from 6th through 12th grade in all of the Naperville schools. So we serve about 27,000 students in our Power of Choice program that really helps young guys and girls find their power to make healthy choices about their lives and to resist some of the temptations they have with different kinds of substances and drinking and things like that. Moving on through that, we have counseling programs, and sometimes life gets a little tough, and either within a family or at school, folks need a little bit of an outside help for it. So we do individual counseling, we do family counseling, we have groups for folks dealing with bullying, with anxiety, with some of the academic stresses they have. And one of the unique things about our counseling program is we don't just limit it to the counseling hour. We kind of work with a family or an individual child and do with them whatever they need. So maybe they need a snowball group, maybe they need they need help with a coach or a teacher or with school or whatever it is, we help them with that. So we're kind of all inclusive in counseling. Then the third thing we do is homelessness is a tremendous problem in our community. It's a problem in any community, and it's particularly tragic when it affects young people. So we have a transitional housing program for young folks 18 to 21 that otherwise would be homeless, and the goal of that program is both to help them become employed, to become self-sufficient, and have a place of their own so that they are no longer a burden on anyone else.
Incredible mission.
Incredible it is exciting.
Mission.
It really is.
And I want to ask you, Jerry, what drew you to 360 Youth Services?
Well, I have a background with my business. I work for a commercial insurance company that specializes in insurance for not-for-profit organizations. So I was familiar with 360 before when it was NCO, but really what triggered my joining the board was my brother-in-law became a member of the board, and he shared the mission and what they're accomplishing, and kind of elaborated on who they're serving. To be frank with you, I didn't realize we had that type of a need for the young adults and the transitional housing, and it took, that whole function just touched me.
Yeah.
So. It really does. And by the way, your brother-in-law also named us. When we changed our name from NCO, he's the one that came up with the 360 names. So.
And he also helped design this set. So let's give, we have to give John Norman credit there.
John Norman is all over the place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, 360 Youth Services does numerous events throughout the year to create awareness, but also provide financial support. Sure. And one of them coming up is the Chocolate Festival. And Jerry, you are the board liaison. So let's just talk a little bit about this event.
Okay, well, it's our 11th annual Chocolate Festival. It's being held at Neuqua Valley High School in the Freshman Center, and it's Saturday, January 18th, and it runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's an all-day event, and it's designed for families of all ages. We also encourage walk-ins. It's very affordable. It's $7 for an adult, $5 for a senior, $3 for a student and under 5 years old is free.
Absolutely.
The fun thing is, it's all about chocolate.
All about chocolate and a competition.
And a competition.
The Sweet Treats Baking Competition, which, Kevin, you won. Tell us about that. What did you make for the Sweet Treats Baking Competition?
Well, for the Sweet Treats Baking Competition, I made Caramelicious brownies, which were brownies which we baked with caramel inside of them, and then we drizzled caramel on top of them at the end.
Oh my goodness. It's making me hungry just hearing you talk about that. So did you have to practice a lot before you made the winning entry?
Well, my friend and I were experimenting with it a lot, and it was really fun trying to come up with the exact recipe, because we had to change a lot of things and kind of tweak the recipe. But it ended up being really fun trying
So
to
was
create-
this an original recipe then, if you were tweaking it?
Yeah, it was an original recipe, and I think that's one of the things that made it so exciting.
I guess. So were you surprised then when you won?
It was pretty surprising, because I don't think we expected to win, because it was our first year. So
Wow, so to win right out of the gate, that's huge. So there is a competition and kids can participate. So do you have any advice for kids?
well, my advice would be try to make your dish look very inviting and creative, because that's what you're going to be judged 2/3 out of. So that's definitely something I would give. And also afterwards, be sure to wait, and even though it's a long line, be sure to wait in there, because you're going to want to have some of the other chocolate treats that were baked.
There you go. Well, we want everyone to come out. It is January 18th at the Neuqua Valley Freshman Center. You can put on your chef hat, sample a lot of chocolate, and we hope you will all join us. And thank you. Keep baking. And we're going to take another very short break. When we come back, more Spotlight on Naperville, so stay with us.